英検分野別ターゲット英検1級リスニング問題 150CD1
Part 1. Here are the directions for Part 1. In this part, you will hear 26 dialogues, number 1 through number 26. Each dialogue will be followed by one question. For each question, you will have 10 seconds to choose the best answer. The dialogue and the question will be given only once. Now, let's begin. Number 1.
The buses are so crowded today.
Yeah, I heard that all the rail workers went on strike.
Really? What happened?
Their contract expired. The transit authority didn't meet their wage demands, so they walked out this morning.
That explains it.
Question. What has happened? Number 2. Captain, where's that burglary suspect we brought in this morning?
We've got him down in a cell. Why?
His lawyer's here and wants to see him.
Okay, I'll have someone go and get him and take him to the interview room.
Question. Where is this conversation taking place? Number 3. The supplier refuses to take responsibility for the defective seat belts. The recall is costing us millions.
Our legal department has informed me that our best recourse is to sue them for all they're worth.
So what are we waiting for?
I'll get started on it right away.
Question. What are they going to do? Number 4.
Hey, didn't I throw this ugly old tie out last week?
Well, yeah, I kind of saved it for you.
But it's awful, Ellen. I don't think I've ever worn it.
Okay, Pete, how would you feel if I threw away the useless birthday gifts you gave me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot.
Question. What did the man forget? Number 5.
This ad says they're selling this 2 gigahertz computer for only $500. Is that cheap?
Well, it sounds like a good deal, but there's probably a catch. Does it say who the maker is?
No, but aren't most makes the same anyway?
No, not at all. A poorly made computer can give you a lot of headaches. Question. What is the woman's opinion of the advertised computer? Number 6.
Hello, Ms. Williams. I'm calling to tell you about an exciting opportunity to lower your phone bill by 50%.
That sounds very intriguing, but I'm in the middle of something right now.
It will only take a moment to explain.
Oh, I bet it'll take longer than that. If I want your product, I'll call you. Goodbye. Question. What is the woman implying? Number 7. So, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. What you're asking is a bit steep for this model and year.
Maybe, but it's practically in mint condition, and the mileage is very low.
Couldn't you come down a bit?
Why don't you take it for a test drive first? I think you'll see it's worth what I'm asking. Question. What are they discussing? Number 8. John, we've got a problem.
What now?
Words leaked out about the layoffs. I just got email from the Times.
The newspapers know?
The Times does. They want to break the story tomorrow.
Well, I don't want our workers to hear it from them. I guess we'd better make the announcement.
I'll arrange a meeting for this afternoon. Question. What is the purpose of the meeting this afternoon? Number 9.
Hello, I'm calling to ask how much you charge to ship books to Canada.
That depends, sir. We can ship by surface or airmail.
Can you ship overnight express also?
Yes, we can. Why don't I fax you our shipping information and you can take a look at your options and the costs?
That sounds good. I'd appreciate it.
Question. What will the man receive? Number 10. Hi, I'm calling to ask about the sale you advertised in last Sunday's newspaper.
Yes, our Super Summer Sale.
Right. Is that 50% off everything in the store or just special items?
Everything in the store, but actually it's 30% now. 50% was only for the first 2 days.
I see. That's too bad. Guess I should have gone yesterday. Question. Why is the woman disappointed? Number 11.
Let's see. You've been with us for about 3 years now, haven't you, Susan?
3.5 years, actually.
Well, how would you evaluate yourself as a manager so far?
I'd have to say I'm very satisfied with what I've accomplished.
I'd say so too. Things have gone quite well since you've been in charge, and I'm thinking of giving you more responsibility.
Question. What are they discussing? Number 12. Monica just called in sick, and there isn't time to get a substitute.
Does that mean what I think it does?
I'm afraid so. You take the morning classes, and I'll get going on finding someone for the afternoon.
Can't we just cancel them? We've all got a lot of work to catch up on.
I suppose that's an option. I'll see what I can work out. Question. What does the man propose? Number 13.
Any ideas on how you'll invest your inheritance?
Well, my husband suggests we pay off the mortgage. What do you think?
I'm not sure I'd recommend that. You're getting a good tax write-off on your interest payments. I'd look for something with a higher yield.
Can you give me any tips?
The stock market's down, so there may be some good buys. Why don't you think along those lines?
Question. What is the man suggesting that the woman do? Number 14. Mr. Martin, as you know, I've been working on the audit, and I hate to tell you, but the figures you gave me just don't add up.
How could that be?
Basically, your department's travel funds appear to be over budget, and what's more, your travel receipts don't equal that total.
Sounds like we need to double-check whether all the expense records have been turned over to you.
The sooner you can do that, the better. Question. What is the woman's occupation? Number 15. Hello, Mr. Daniels. My name is Shirley Blake of Personnel Solutions. I may have a position for you as Chief Design Engineer at a fantastic company.
Personnel Solutions? Does this mean I'm being headhunted?
Well, yes, and I do represent a major client. Would you like to visit our office and discuss the details?
Sure. I'm not in a position to leave my company at present, but I'm always interested in hearing what's available out there.
Question. What does the man say he can do? Number 16.
I'm terribly sorry, madam, but we're simply unable to offer you a credit card, given your current circumstances.
I don't understand. My salary far exceeds your stated requirements.
That's true, but our rules prevent us from offering cards to non-residents.
Given that I have an account with your bank, I don't see why it should matter what country I live in.
I'm sorry, madam, but the information is clearly stated on the application form that you filled in.
Question: why has the woman's request been denied? Number 17. That's strange. There's supposed to be a concert on Channel 6 right now. But look, it's some old movie.
You check the TV schedule?
Yes, I have it right here. Thursday at 8 o'clock, the Newport Jazz Festival.
Wait, let me see that. Didn't we watch this health documentary last Thursday?
Oops, you're right. And it was on at 10 o'clock, right after the Jazz Festival.
I think this week's schedule is on the kitchen table.
Now you tell me. Question: what is the problem? Number 18.
Jenny, I appreciate your sticking up for me at the meeting, but how do you really feel about my idea?
Well, with our budget the way it is, it's a bit far-fetched, but I like the concept. I think you're onto something.
Is it too soon to bring it up with the boss?
It's never too soon to pursue a good idea, but you might want to get some more data first. John likes to see things on paper. He's a charts and graphs person, you know.
I'll put something together then.
Question: what will the man do next? Number 19. Excuse me, I believe you're having a party here and it's really noisy.
Oh, are you from the house next door? I'll try to keep the noise down.
Please do. I have a baby and she can't sleep with all the racket. You should be more considerate of other people.
Look, it's only a little after 10. You don't have to get so uptight about it.
Oh, yeah? Well, let me tell you, the next time someone knocks on your door to tell you to quiet down, it'll be the police. Question: what can we assume about the woman? Number 20. Hey, do you think you could return that pen I loaned you the other day?
Do you need it right away?
No, it's just that it's kind of important to me. I would hate for something to happen to it.
I see. Where did you buy it anyway? I was, thinking of getting one for myself, but I've looked all over town and haven't seen any like it.
Oh, you wouldn't find a pen like that around here. My aunt sent it to me from Switzerland.
Switzerland? Amy, I think I'm in trouble.
Question: what does the man imply? Number 21.
Well, that completes our tour of the gym. Do you have any questions?
Yes, about monthly membership fees. Is it possible to get a discount if I know I'll be out of town for a while? I travel a lot on business.
Actually, if you're not able to visit the gym at all during a certain calendar month, we can waive that month's fee altogether.
Oh, I see. How can I arrange to do that?
Just give us a call during office hours and before the first day of that month. As a full-time member, you can use this option up to 3 times a year.
Question: what are these people discussing? Number 22.
You know, we really need to come to a decision about our supplier.
I say we suspend our orders. They've sent us 2 late shipments in a row.
Yeah, but their low prices save us a bundle, Kim.
So if we drop them and get our material elsewhere, our production prices will go up.
Exactly, and they know that.
Sounds to me like they've got us between a rock and a hard place.
But that's why I say we should dump them immediately.
But Kim, I don't think that makes sense. I have a pretty good relationship with Mr. Wallace, their sales manager. I could talk with him again.
Look, I don't think they'll budge unless we take action. Remember, we're a big customer, and it wouldn't look good for them if they lost our business.
I don't know. That sounds rash. Let's give my idea a chance.
I disagree. This has gone on long enough. I'm with Kim on this. We pull the plug until they realize their error. They shouldn't treat us like this.
All right then, that's settled. It's a gamble, but I think it'll pay off.
Okay then. I just hope you're right.
Question: what have these three people decided to do? Number 23. Hey, Bruce, what's up?
Quite a bit, actually. Did you hear that the vice president raised the sales quota for our department?
You're kidding. We didn't even make last year's quota. How can we do better given the current market conditions?
According to what I heard, the VP thinks the new product line to be released in September will make us more competitive.
Maybe, but not by that much.
But I think there's another, more likely explanation for the quota increase.
Which is?
He's setting our director up for a fall, setting a quota that's impossible to meet.
Now it's starting to make sense. I've heard there's some friction between the two.
Yeah, I've been in meetings where you could cut the tension with a knife.
Company politics. Well, I think our director has done a pretty good job considering the obstacles he's had to face.
He can expect a few more in the future.
And all that pressure will filter down to us. It sounds like we have a difficult year ahead of us. Question: according to Bruce, why did the vice president increase the sales quota? Number 24.
Who are you going to vote for in the election for governor?
To tell you the truth, neither candidate does much for me.
Me neither, but that shouldn't keep you from casting your ballot.
I don't see any great difference between them. I've got more important things to do than making meaningless gestures.
But what's the purpose of living in a free country if you don't exercise your right to vote?
Part of the freedom of living in a democracy is the right to not vote if you don't want to.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But how about the other issues on the ballot? Don't tell me there's nothing at all that concerns you.
Well, I am worried about the proposition to allow offshore drilling. That would be a disaster for the Bay.
There you go. So you'll want to cast your vote after all, right?
I didn't say that. Really, Chris, think about it. Have you ever seen a candidate or a proposition lose by just one vote?
Well, I think you're making a mistake.
Question: what do we learn about the woman? Number 25.
Please have a seat, Ms. Taylor.
Thank you. Please call me Anne.
Thanks for coming, Anne. I'd like to ask you a few questions. First, just to reconfirm, your primary interest is in the interpreter position?
Yes, that's right. I've been doing simultaneous interpreting for 12 years now.
I see here that you've worked at the Global Environment Conference in Madrid.
Yes, twice. That was through Language Associates, the agency I've been with since 1997. Quite a challenge.
The conference or Language Associates?
Actually, both. The conference was intense, just unbelievable pressure, but that goes with the territory. I suppose that's what draws people like me to this line of work.
And Language Associates?
Well, I won't go into that too much. Let's just say the management situation there is unpredictable. 3 directors in 7 years?
Each with their own way of running things.
Exactly.
Now, if we assigned you to a client out of state on a long-term basis, we'd need you to relocate. Would you be able to pick up and move without much notice?
Well, I'd probably need a week or so to get ready, but yes, that's certainly possible.
Okay, Anne. Let's talk more about your background. Tell me about your work in the medical field.
Question: what can be inferred about Anne Taylor? Number 26. Hey, what's wrong? You two are both looking very serious.
Hi, Janice. Well, this is just between us, but I'm going to leave the agency.
Wow, Jim. What brought that on?
Well, I've actually been planning a change for a while now.
But I'm trying to persuade him to stay.
What do you plan to do instead?
Don't laugh, but I've been looking at property in the country with the hopes of running a bed and breakfast.
Sounds like it's worth a shot. I know you've always wanted to live in the country.
Yeah, but Jim, you're in a great position and making a lot of money now, and you don't have any experience running a business like that.
That's what I've been telling myself all these years, but I've saved up quite a bit of money and read some books about running B&Bs and inns. I think it's time. I'm not getting any younger, you know.
Well, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
I don't know, Jim. I wish you'd reconsider. How will I cope without you?
That seems pretty selfish, Bob.
I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that you're really good at what you do.
Thanks, but my mind's made up. In fact, I've already written my resignation letter.
You know, Jim, sometimes you really amaze me. I often tell myself that life is too short not to follow my dreams, but the reality is, I just don't have your courage. Question: what is the woman's opinion of Jim's decision?